Good morning, YouTube, and happy Monday. Monday is my favorite day of the week because it's a chance to kick things off and get back in the grind. No, I'm not a huge believer in grind until 4 in the morning and do it all over again the next day, but I think that on Monday morning, you get a fresh start to the week. And when you take your Mondays and view them as an opportunity to really kick things off right, instead of something to dread on Sunday night, it changes the dynamic of your week. That's just a little quick tidbit. In today's lesson, or I don't really know what these are, they are what they are. And by the way, I'm not editing these videos, nor do I really care to. If you and I were having a conversation in person, having a cup of coffee, for example, I would make ums, I would stutter, I would look away, and honestly, the idea behind this video channel, if you will, is to recreate the experience of having a cup of coffee with me. So here's to us. That being said, I'd like to take you back 15 years ago to a different point in my career. I was at a coffee shop having coffee with a mentor of mine, and he asked me one question which was very difficult for me to answer succinctly at the time. He said, "Aaron, what do you want?" And I remember looking at him and giving him this really long-winded answer. I think part of me wanted to sound intelligent to the guy. The other part of me had no idea what I wanted. And I remember after giving this long-winded spout off, he looked at me and he said, it's good, but not quite. You say that to a 20-year-old and watch their ego just... Anyway, so what happened is this conversation happened and carried on for a couple of years. He would keep going back and forth. "Aaron, what do you want?" I would give him some long-winded answer. He would say, good, you're getting closer, but not quite. Now this went on for 5 years. And eventually I sent him an email and I said, "Nate, I've got it figured out. I want freedom. I want to be free." And he goes, "Aaron, that is it." And I remember really unpacking that truth. See, previously I thought that what do you want had to have all of these little specifications and line item details in order to be a good answer. But when you go to the very spirit of all of those things, you can distill it down to one single thing. In this case, it was the word freedom. And that is a whole lot easier for you to identify with and pursue when you're going throughout your life. See, I can look at any circumstance I have right now and evaluate it through the lens of freedom. And this is good both professionally, but also personally. For example, if I see something that's happening where I'm given a choice, do you want to go on vacation or do you not want to go on vacation? I'm in the driver's seat there. The same thing about what I put in my body or what I read or consume from the media, all of the above, there's always a choice. And I can make any one of these choices by saying, hey, is this within the scope of personal freedom? And that's usually how I base my decisions. So today I'd like to ask you the same question. What do you want? And before you think about your answer, I would like you to remember one thing. And that is that the environment in which most of us are is not conducive to actually getting what we want. For example, when we turn on the television, we see commercials that tell us all the things that we want and need, and they're painted in a way that almost makes it sound palatable and accessible. For only $199 a month, you can have the car of your dreams, right? So we live in this world where we're taught that we can have and should have everything that we want because we deserve it. But that whole reality is paired by a system that doesn't like to give us what we want. We have to ask permission for our bathroom breaks. We have to request vacation time. We have to get exemptions for our healthcare choices. There are all these different things that prevent us from getting what you want. And what that results in is actually a broken you that doesn't really know how to ask for what you want because you're so conditioned to not getting it or feeling like there's a price for it. And I will assure you that when you pursue what you want, there is a cost to it. And that usually comes at a very heavy cost. It could be personally, financially, emotionally. But the universe doesn't give you what you want without getting something back from you. The one thing I've seen in my life is that whenever I surrender something to the universe in this context, it usually feels a whole lot more like giving up something that's broken and getting something back that works than actually giving up something that I wanted to keep in the first place. So, all that to say today, I hope that you're encouraged. And I hope that you remember today that you can have what you want. And I'm not talking about money, I'm talking about soul currency. You know, the things in life that bring you joy, happiness, love, peace, and contentment, those are all things that money cannot buy. Although I personally found that there's a pretty direct correlation to joy and doing life right, in my case, being successful or, you know, having money in the bank. But that's personal to me. So all that to say, I hope that you have a great Monday today, and go get it. You can do it, you will do it, and you're already there. See you soon.